What's going on, breadwinners? Hummus Thunder here, and I'm bringing you guys a brand new video. In today's video, we'll be talking about the brand new mode in Call of Duty Modern Warfare called Warzone. We'll be going over some tips and tricks to make your time playing Warzone a lot more enjoyable and a lot more knowledgeable than the last time you played. We'll be going over some key concepts as to how to play the game mode better, such as landing, loadout, going over some strategies as to how to win the game, and prioritizing certain things over others. So without wasting any more time, let's get straight into the video. The first thing that I want to talk about is landing. In this game, landing is very similar, but not so much as to other battle royale modes. You basically jump out the plane and you gather a huge amount of speed if your parachute isn't deployed, but as soon as you deploy the parachute, that comes to a halt and you're able to glide where you want to go. Now, you can deploy the parachute at any point, but the parachute will not auto deploy for you if you get too close to the ground, so you can die if you don't deploy your parachute. So how you want to land is you want to pick the spot that you want to go to, and you want to be perpendicular with the airplane, the closest point from that spot to the airplane, and you want to jump and not use your parachute at all. Pick up a lot of speed, go down, and use your best judgment and angle yourself so you know you'll make it, and then deploy your parachute. If you feel like you deployed a parachute a little early, don't worry, cut the parachute and deploy again. You'll actually gain a bit of speed, and then you can deploy the parachute again when you know you're getting closer and closer, and you'll land there pretty easily. That is the way that you guys want to land. It'll definitely help you get to the spots faster than the person next to you. Another really important aspect of Warzone is your loadout. Now, I made a mistake when I was doing my first few matches in my loadout. I was choosing a lot of attachments that prioritize range over ADS, and obviously this worked at first, but not so much later into the game. For your loadouts, I strongly suggest that you guys use big barrels for any gun that you use, but mix it up with some ADS attachments so you guys have a mix of both long range, but you can also ADS as fast as possible. The one attachment I would avoid is the no stock attachment. It seems like it really hinders your recoil and aiming stability a lot, which can actually be detrimental to winning those mid to long range gunfights. Another attachment that sounds like an obvious choice is suppressors. While they are really good, I would definitely avoid the lightweight suppressor as well. This same goes to playing with it on multiplayer alongside Warzone. The lightweight suppressor reduces range by 25%, which is just way too much for a game mode like this, even in multiplayer aspect. But for Warzone, it definitely can put you at disadvantage, especially from those medium gunfight ranges where you'll be fighting half the people you come across. When it comes to perks, they're really 100% up to you. My favorite perk is Amp though, because it lets you swap guns really quickly. I like to run smoke grenades and frags. That's up to you as to what you want to run. Now, moving on to buy stations. I can't stress enough how important it is to make sure you're getting a fair amount of cash consistently throughout the match. Don't think you have a lot of cash in the beginning and just stockpile it or not go scavenge more cash, because it is really important even in the end game to have a ton of cash. The team who can utilize the buy station the best is a team who is likely to win the match. Now, what I mean by that is teams who prioritize things like the UAV, self revives, armor, and possibly custom loadouts. They're the ones who have the advantage over any other team who chooses not to utilize the buy stations. When I play with my team members, we tend to go for loadouts first because we play aggressively. We like to take our custom classes that we've already made and built, and we want to use those to shred people, and then we go ahead and start buying armor bundles for the team. We start buying UAVs, and we even keep a kill streak in our back pocket. Now, when I talk about kill streaks like precision airstrikes and UAVs, those are things that we save for the late game, because that's when it's the most important. Now, I know a lot of people will be doing that tactic, you know, saving UAVs at the end of the game and having all their kill streaks in one swoop where they can just attack the small circle. That really is how you want to play though, because if they're doing that to you and you have no good cards to put on the table, then you will get smacked and you will lose. So save your kill streaks and utilize the buy station. And with pairing that tactic along the very conventional battle royale style of play where you play with on the outskirts and kind of go in with the circle, that's the best way to play this game mode, especially with the amount of people, over 150 people on this mode. It'll be really hard for you to just stay in the middle of the circle and remain alive. So play the outskirts and utilize the last trick I just told you guys, and you'll have a much higher chance of winning if you guys can communicate and know that that's the plan. The last thing that I want to talk about is prioritizing certain weapons over others when you're looting for guns. When you're going around scavenging, try to prioritize a sniper rifle rifle and an assault rifle combo. For the AR, I found the SCAR to be really common, but also one of the best guns to use because of its ballistics. The M13 is very common as well, but the ballistics of the M13 is where the downside of the gun really shows. And that's why I always take the SCAR when I see the SCAR, because of the 7.62 rounds and the fact that it can melt people like it does in the multiplayer. It does have a bit of a recoil issue, which is why it's not really the best long range weapon, which is what the sniper rifle is for. The SCAR is the better option than the M13. For the sniper, the Kar 98K seemed to be the most common besides the MK2, but I would definitely go for the Kar instead. And if you can't find a sniper or you don't like sniping, then shotguns are your best friend. Shotguns in Warzone are literally insane. One blast from the Model 680 can one-shot someone even at max HP, but even better than the 680 is the R90. The R90 will clear off squads much faster than pretty much any other gun. It is so powerful, and I had one gameplay that I lost where I wiped the entire squad out before they even took my armor out. It's that good of a gun, and if you find it, take it and pair it with an AR that can do mid-range to long range. You'll be all right. But there you have it, guys. These are some of the tips for Warzone. If I find any more tips that are useful while I'm playing the game, it's only been out for one day, I'll make a video for you guys. Just be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the content, and I will catch you guys on the next Homicide episode. Peace.